Powered by Intel, AT&T, Acer Predator, HyperX, Bedway, and Pay Safeguard.
All right then, it is party time. We are going to be jumping into another game of Counter-Strike. It is none other than Fnatic, who step up against Team Liquid, and this is going to be a party. We do have the Swedes, of course, let's not forget, a bit of a roster change, a bit of a dramatic start for Fnatic, but they find themselves in a good footing, still in the upper bracket. A humble JW interview got a little bit of our taste buds tickled, and now we're ready to see how far the Swedes can go. Their biggest test yet. I do have Chad Sponge-Birchall and Tommy Lurpis Covenant. Gentlemen, good to have you with me. Chad, first question has to be, I mean, Fnatic, they have got their days are numbered in this matchup.
I thought you were going to ask if I like to be tickled. I definitely don't like to be tickled. But no, that's a great way of putting it, right? You put this team who is new, they're fresh on land, they've got new bits and pieces, they have to learn on the fly. They're still evolving versus Liquid, the best team in North America, a top 3 team in the world, a team, you know, who I made a dumb comment of saying they were going to win the last major. But they definitely have that potential to just be the contender for that title, whereas Fnatic right now are still going through their paces, and they have a long journey before they get back to the Fnatic that we remember from 2015.
And perhaps, you know, we could actually take a moment when we come back from this interview to talk a little bit about how Fnatic have transformed in the various iterations. They've been through a multitude of different roster changes. But first, to set the scene, we have the Team Liquid's coach, Zeus, the backbone of the organization and the Counter-Strike roster. We're going to hear what he said coming into this match.
America's team is back in action again today with another best of 3, and I do have the honor to speak to the coach of Zeus, of Team Liquid. And that's right, they do have a best of 3 against Fnatic, but perhaps we can start to backtrack and look at yesterday. Again, walk me through the best of 3 yesterday.
So yesterday started with Mirage, was their pick. We started out really flat. We just didn't have energy. First half was rough. They broke us on the important rounds. They had a huge economical lead after we watched the match, and they controlled it really well. It was hard. We tried to come back. We got back into the game. We had a lot of good rounds, almost brought it back, but because of the first half, it wasn't enough. Going into map 2 and 3, we started out already from the beginning, at least fired up, and controlled Inferno, which was our map. We had a really good T side. Strats were going well. We knew what they were doing. We knew what we wanted to do for that match. And then CT side, we just needed to do a few rounds to close it out. They almost brought it back, but it wasn't as close. And on map 3 Nuke, we just knew we were one of the best Nuke teams in the world. Had a really solid play style on, did enough rounds, 6 on T side. A few mistakes, a few unlucky rounds, but on CT side, really clean, just closed it out.
A few mistakes tend to happen. You know, this is the game of Counter-Strike. No one's perfect, I guess. They say a straw is perfect. Yeah, whatever, dude. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about, I guess, the stigma you guys might be facing now, right? Because you guys have seen just a plethora of second places or shortcomings. Does it hurt internally? Do you guys reflect on that? Does it, like, bother you, or how do you move past those?
It hurts, of course, especially when we lose in front of the home crowd and we're losing all these finals. But if it's bad for us, it's worse for everyone who's not even making it to the finals, right? So right now, we're actually trying to take it as lighthearted as possible, even joke about it a bit, because eventually it's going to come. We know we're an amazing team. We're putting in the work, and that's all that we can control.
Well, definitely within America's team, that is exactly where Liquid finds themselves. Fnatic today, really quickly, how's this going to
go? We're going to win 2-1, 2-0. Doesn't matter. We just need that win.
Need the win, keep it flowing, keep it moving, and that's what we're going to do as we send it back to the desk right before we get into this game. Thank you, Zeus.
That is the plan, Stan. And yes, we were talking about Fnatic. They go up against Team Liquid and, of course, their coach, Zeus. We know how they got there thanks to that interview. But the point I was trying to make, Tommy, is that this is a list of players that have been under the Fnatic organization who no longer are from just 2017 to 2018. We have Twist, remember that one? He's back on the roster now. Twist, Doppler, Olofmeister, Dennis, Lekro, Golden, Flusher, Draken. They have been shopping. They have been desperately looking for a mix. And you reckon this is the one that they'll be sticking with?
Well, you know, revolving doors are really good for heating costs. That's why they use them in big buildings. So maybe there's something to that affecting Counter-Strike. Don't be so hard on yourself, Chad, by the way. Many picked Liquid to win. Moses even did that a couple of times when they really had no chance.
They looked really good. That's all I was saying.
They really did, and they still do. As that veto is going down, I guess we'll continue that conversation in the post-match, because at the moment already another Mirage shows up, and the response is a nice and easy for Liquid Inferno.
Yeah, I think maybe they saw weakness with Liquid earlier in the tournament on Mirage. They weren't looking as hot as what they normally do. They've been tested a little bit on that map in recent times, and it is a map where, you know, the individuals of Fnatic can find some room. We know how fabled Crims is as a connector player.
Yeah.
Twist can also, with the JW, they can do double AWPing. That can all work out. Inferno is a pretty safe pick right there. That's one where the individuals on the likes of Liquid can just lock down those bomb sites.
So bye-bye Cash, bye-bye Dust 2, and the hands are shaken on Overpass for a third map here in Chicago. It is the IEM first trip for the Intel Extreme Masters. They like to tour around the world. They're in the Midwest. So, new location, but all the same fantastic Counter-Strike. Now, with Mirage Inferno Overpass, where does Fnatic get the wins? I don't see them winning Inferno.
It's very unlikely that they win anything, right?
Yeah,
should just be a 2-0. I think I explained it to you. Imagine a lion in a cage with a freshly born giraffe.
I mean, it's very descriptive.
Yeah,
it
that's
really
what this
paints
is.
a picture.
That's what this is right now. Unfortunately, I think the individuals on Fnatic, they're definitely proven, and obviously Brolan yesterday stepped up and had a fantastic game, but that was against United. That wasn't against a caliber opponent of Liquid. So if he can do it again, he's on his way to being a Swedish superstar.
But what we've seen so far is Fnatic have got to this upper bracket spot, battling for a spot in the semi-finals against Big and United. They haven't been truly tested with this.
And that's
roster.
you know that's why I think it's hard to give them as much credit as for Liquid's route here. If Brolan were to play super well, Twist had like the series of his life, and Krim just played to his level, Fnatic could compete. But, you know, those are the conditions for, like, making this a close series. That's the problem. And you still have JW and Exist, who likely are not going to be at the top of the scoreboard, and they're all going against the likes of Twist, Snaf, and Elige. So it just seems like a really, really tough series for Fnatic.
I don't envy the casters with Twist and Twists.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be rough. I didn't even think about that. You have to think about this, though. The play style of Fnatic is very pack-rolly. That's the way that Exist is always in-game led. You know, you want to attack a bomb site, you're kind of relying on your aimers to hit the shots. The issue there is you're going up against one of the best trios of riflers we have in Counter-Strike right now, and they just set up an absolute blender all across the map, Alex.
Yeah, and with that said, you know what that sound means. It is game time. Fnatic versus Liquid. Our analysts think this is all good for the North Americans. The Swedes have to perform out of their socks if they want to take this series. Let's jump in with your casters as we get this last series underway.
And I tend to agree with the desk. I think this very much should favor Liquid. Another situation in which they can advance a little bit further into the playoffs. They'll go against Fnatic. Fnatic with Exist. Who would have thought that a couple years ago?
I'm not
Started
sure.
out on Mirage, Hank.
We certainly will, Matthew. Team Liquid, the heavy favourites going to this one. It should be a 2-0, but the pedigree within Fnatic, the new young blood in there as well. There is enough firepower to go toe-to-toe to Liquid on an off day. That's what we need to catch them on, but Mirage does not bode well. Liquid so well-versed on this particular map. The double orb setup, the fragging power of Elige is just all too tantalizing, I have to say. But we'll go for a quick approach towards A here. Fnatic going to set themselves up, and they will. Great first frag. That's Nitro going down. Exist will get it. Elige trying to answer back. There's significant damage towards JW, but needs to find a lot more here. This is Liquid on the back foot as Fnatic make their way towards that A site. Looking to get the bomb down any second now. Brolan, great aim as demonstrated right there and then. It's going to be brutal for Liquid as they'll get absolutely nothing out of this by the looks of things. Lots of damage done, but no kills found. 5-on-1.
Taco waiting out with the USP inside of the checker room. I've slowed it down with Alec Baldwin style dramatic pauses, and we will make sure this round is every bit that dramatic for Taco. In a 1-on-5 bomb planted. This is already done. Fnatic going to take the pistol. So good start. Liquid now on the back foot. Try to get Taco to do the interview with Trace. He looked at me, shook his head, did his typical innocent smile, and ran.
Just wants to focus on the game. That's all it's about. The headshots, the death. Doesn't want to talk. Just wants to get it done. 1-0 Fnatic. Clean sweep. Don't think we'll see much from Liquid here. Just going to be holding up with the default weaponry. Fnatic needed that pistol. Good start for them. Should be 2-0, no problem.
Could be JW firing in down at middle. We've got Twist versus Twist. We've got Brolan on the server. There's lots to be excited about in this game. Taco still going to wait out inside a connector. Chance that they can get some damage done here. That's the big thing. They've gone for JW to hold a pistol. Obviously, they want to try and build up his cash early. That goes for obvious reasons, I would suspect. And then 2 UMPs and a Galil. So they've only got 1 AK. Still, though, they manage the differences. And on top of that, the P250 gets a kill for JW. So that's certainly farming up a little bit of cash.
Absolutely. 0 kills for Liquid so far, 2 rounds in. But the rifles come out now. That is surely going to change. Fnatic have to make the choice when to throw away any of these SMGs. Actually, JW just upgrades to an AK now. So they'll have 3 rifles, 2 SMGs, one of which is the Gillo, and then it's 2 UMPs to go with them. Plenty of cash in reserve, didn't lose anything. A perfect game so far from Fnatic. Exactly what they needed. Round 3. And it's Elige who really loves that AWP. He'll even bring it out in these stages. Remember, it's only $50 more than the M4 now, so why not? If you're feeling it. It'll be him without the helmet, though, as he'll be challenging towards short. Fires off, and that will cost him his life. He actually dinks JW in the process, but still only good for 90 damage as Crims now looks to capitalize upon the B-bomb site. It's now falling back, and he can't find the aim. Connects the dots eventually. Crims will go down, and JW in position. How has he not got that kill? I don't know. He was perfectly in position. It doesn't work out. He doesn't land a single shot. That was so well done to get in the back lines there. But all of a sudden, Taco has control of the B side. Back towards the van. And there's a couple of smokes and Molotovs available for Fnatic. But how do they get themselves back in this round? Not like that. Taco finds the bomb and will call for rotations.
Brolan, he's going to hang outside the apartments, trying to spot inside of the site. Nitro gets caught off as he actually went back the other direction, so no bomb plate yet. Brolan's the one that was actually trying to retreat and find new ground with it to open up the map, and he gets gifted a flank that wasn't really ready to be counterflanked. He was flunked.
He was flunked.
Did you flunk in any courses?
French.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. A little bit more forgivable for me.
Yeah, not really when you're Canadian. No. They aren't too fond of that.
The bomb's planted. This is actually incredibly well done for Fnatic to get back in this round. This was looking like it was Liquid's hook, line, and sinker, but it's going to be Exist now. I don't think he has much of a chance. The bomb's not planted for him, really. But we'll have a look. He's going to try his best. Has no vision at all. He's firing off from short. That should confirm the kill for Naf and indeed the round. So there it is, Liquid. Oh, a laboured affair, I have to say, but 3 kills for Naf, and the B-bomb site was looking so troublesome, especially with JW's flank, which was perfect. He had 10 HP, gets in the kitchen, a player runs by him, didn't have to fire, expended 3 or 4 bullets, missed them all, then on his retreat, taken down. And that was enough for Liquid to pick the round up. Plenty of money there, remember, until that round, Liquid hadn't picked up a single kill. So that's 2 rounds where they kept everyone up with their armor, their utility, all their bits and pieces reserved for round number 4. MP9 for Nitro now. So still on the back foot. Nitro yet to post a frag as we enter round number 4. This will be the last of the Swedish cash, though.
All right, get them their own goddamn private room, make it soundproof, and maybe have padded walls. That would also work for the soundproofing. It's cool to see LDLC doing this well, all right? As much as I'm memeing it, it's really cool to see a team out of nowhere doing as well as they are. Well, and you're going to counter the out-of-nowhere aspect of that, aren't you?
No, I'm just going to say it's good to see a team with hunger, you know?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Genuine passion. Like, they haven't ever really had top-level players or people have experienced tournaments this size, you know, and actually doing well, and they might be in the conversation for playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was going to say next. They are on map 3, and it is 6-5 the last I looked. I imagine it's now 6-6, given the whole situation of screaming.
Yeah.
Either way, we've got Elige toward the window. He's got an AUG in hand. He'll rotate off of it, in fact, go through the vents. That means that there's 3 on A, but no one occupying middle, and therefore the connector becomes a massive access point for Fnatic. They can certainly use that in conjunction with Crim's position. I like that they're going to boost up Twist as well. That'll get them behind even the deep aspect of a player at Shadow. They'll have an open angle when they walk out from jungle. Fair play to Twist. Catches them on the top of the stairs, but it's Crims and Exist. To counter it, sliding in under the gun, under the crosshair, is Twist. And it's going to be Naf that pulls it back. I'll say twist and twists. I think I'm just going to have to go with Kid Canada or something along those lines because it is going to be quite confusing. Naf's got Exist back. He's not done there, but the Molotov forces him out a little bit too far, and JW gets the kill. It's now 3-1 for Fnatic.
That's a full reset as well. Liquid now going to be struggling on their CT side. That weak buy they had up against the fully equipped Fnatic falls apart one by one. It's actually Twist looking incredibly good on the Fnatic side to jaw towards that CT spawn area. Successful in pretty much all of his attempts, and they're going to force buy here, Liquid. This is getting a little bit worrisome for them. They're potentially looking down the barrel of 5-1 if they lose the Zico, which is obviously quite likely. Naf actually showing a bit of discipline there. Not going to buy much more than a Deagle. Still got $1,800 reserve cash. And for now, they don't want to give too much away. They don't want to suggest the fact they've forced ball here. They just want to look for any kills that are available to them safely. Don't need to rush them. Don't need to push towards the B apartments. Just hope these 1-leagues work out and they play themselves almost. No particular stack going on, although there are 3 players on the B side of the map. They are playing pretty standard positions. One in the actual apartments themselves, one towards the ladder room, one on the bomb site. Just hoping to find players out of position here.
Yep. Elige takes down JW. That's not bad for a pistol to come out late. Surprise, surprise, he'll get the kill.
That's exactly the kills I'm talking about, right? You want to make them play themselves and surprise them with nice advantageous angles like that. It was a bit of a back and forth duel, but Elige did come out on top of the 5-7. And Nitro certainly won't there as Crims gets 2 in the Palace position. That should be the round now, unless Elige can continue to find absolute magic with the 5-7. But does a bit of damage, but 4-on-2 comes through. Naf and Taco with all to do here. Naf gets nothing. That should confirm the round, as Taco can only really save the Deagle at this point. Eco on the cards next.
Yeah, great start for Fnatic to take this to 4-1. Pretty much everyone predicting against them based on the odds, so not too shabby for them to get the Maker's Mark rolling. Pizza Pocket it, yo. In the microwave, bro. I like pretty much subsisted off of Pizza Pockets for an entire year while I ran a ski shop.
I actually won a year's supply in a Counter-Strike tournament.
Dude, you would have saved me so much money.
I won a year's supply of microwavable burgers when I was at university.
That sounds
right?
awful.
And I had so many of them. They gave me like 500 vouchers, and I just ended up selling them to my university friends, like £1 each. And it was actually a pretty decent source of income. So free food. Well, I say food.
Yeah, that sounds awful. Burgers of all things?
Yeah, they actually taste amazing, but you can feel them killing you every time.
Oh, yeah. That was the problem with the Pizza Pockets.
Yeah.
Like, my bowels to this day are still damaged.
So I ate a lot of them, but I really didn't feel too good about myself. But there it is. It will be Liquid, like we said, on the Eco. Round 6. So 5-7s, PT50s, no armor, apart from Taco, who saved it from the previous round. Fnatic, they've put their best foot forward here. As you said, everyone's predicting them to get ran over here, but this is a great start. Need to do a lot more, but couldn't have gone better really for them so far. Rodan waiting for Crims to make the first move by the looks of things. And it will be Twist to actually open things up. Takes down Naf, and Crims is just chomping at the bit. You can see him ready to get out there.
Remember what I said about Prius liking attention? Yeah, I see what you're doing in chat, bro. Jeez.
I don't know what to say.
Don't worry about it. He's just being a child. Crims gets 2. Twists. We'll get Crims back. Taco still holds with the Deagle. Oh my goodness. If he had got JW a little bit sooner, that would have been huge because it would have kept his teammate Twist alive. Still manages to take down subsequent Twist. Right, what are their first names? That was a question for you, Henry. You're the expert.
Oh, I thought you put a Twitch chat again. Robin, is it Robin Van Dolken? Something like that. Either way.
Russell then.
Russell, that's it. And round 7 coming through. We'll see.
And Simon. I couldn't remember that one.
There's money again for Liquid, but round 7 coming in. Fnatic with the lead. Double Augs on the CT side. I don't think I've seen that before. It's Elige and Taco using that weapon. Well, no, Taco will play in the B side. We saw Carrigan doing great work with that particular weapon towards that side of the map. 1 kit available on the CT side. No orbs as of yet. It's not a big deal for a team like Liquid, but certainly not where they'd want to be, to be honest. Want to be high rolling all the snipers, all the grenades, and they certainly don't have either of those things. As the execution comes in, this is a perfectly cool game from Fnatic so far. Exist doing a great job. You've had some defaults, you've had some faster pace stuff. Now, just they're recovering and trying to adjust. You drop a execution where you're likely to get the bomb down, and they do not have any incendiaries right now.
They're going in, straight contact. Russell will stay on the site. He's got Grims down, swing back out, but he's dropped by Brolan in the end, and that means the site pretty much open. Smokes down towards CT as well as in front of jungle. Brolan doing battle. I take back, there's no smoke on CC. I thought I did see one deployed, but Nitro has Simon at his sights. I can get used to this. Elige will take out Brolan. Again, we're going to see another Krieg AUG user. Here's them. They're there. Wants to keep spraying. Shadow nearly gave him the chance, but not enough. As they get the final kill, it will be Liquid finally getting round number 2.
Round number 2 on the board for them. 3 players survive, all picking up AK-47s, so always going to be worth picking those up on the CT side. But Liquid, a convincing round there, even with the lack of utility. Holding strong, the first kill came in their favor, courtesy of the AUG. And they are able to run away with it, defuse the bomb, no problem whatsoever. And hopefully they can start to solidify their chances here. But still a lot of work to do. They need to avoid the reset once again, which is another difficult thing to do. Is JW on the main AWP on the T side of Mirage. We see them mix it up between himself and Twist, of course. Twist is more than competent with the AK, doesn't need the AWP, but certainly a flashy sniper himself. Round 8, no change of stance here from Liquid. They haven't really got themselves a foundation to work with just yet before they can think about pushing middle and investigating with snipers and that sort of thing. So 3 AKs, 2 AUGs. That's a weird CT buy. But this is the way the game is developing.
All to play for Brolan, and man, you're right. It's, yeah, I mean, do you welcome it? You're a purist. Well, I don't want to say you're a purist, but you have been around for a long time.
It's weird for me to see. I don't necessarily love it, but it's nice to see something that's actually quite difficult to master. It's not like it's easy or overpowered. It actually takes time to learn, and not everyone's good at it. I think that's really cool. It actually is going to take some time and commitment, and it might actually ruin your AK play if you commit to a Krieg, for example. So I think that's an interesting element, and it's not everyone picking it up. So I think it's well balanced right now. And Twists will find Crims. It's actually looking much better from Liquid now, and you can see them looking.
I always found in COD where you didn't buy guns, COD 4 and Black Ops were the two that I was the most serious, where you could pick a weapon. There was like a honeymoon period with it, though. You'd switch, and for me it was like, you know, if I played the AK in COD 4, or let's say I played the Galil in Black Ops, as soon as you switched to either of the other weapons, there was like the first week you were like, wow, this is amazing. And then after that, you just tanked really hard.
Yeah, as soon as you get in the slump, it's easy to blame the weapon as well. And it's like, you know what, I'm just going to go back. So it's one of those things you're like, wow, this is such a commitment. The Krieg over the AK and the AUG over the M4 as well. I think it makes more sense on the CT side, to be honest. Like, you're holding defensive angles, and obviously scoped in, and some of those would be really advantageous. Difficult to justify as much on the T side, but respect to the players that are trying it. But 3 rounds on the board, 2 in a row for Liquid here, and finally they have a round in the bag, so maybe we can actually see them pushing towards position like top of middle, actually looking a little bit looser instead of a rigid setup, holding on desperately. But there's Nitro starting to arrive on the server now. He's on 0-4, I think. He's now 5-6, so pulling it right around. It is an eco. 1 player survived in the previous round. That was JW. He's going to have the AWP here. So not a foregone conclusion the round will be going in favor of Liquid, especially with that opening kill. That's Elige going down. He thought he could spray them down with the AUG there and have a real chance to run away with it, but at least that weapon isn't recoverable just yet. They'll have to boost to pick that one up, as Naf confirms. There's no one towards B. They should leave that side of the map, and they will boost up to try and get that AUG.
So Taco goes back through the window. He wants to try and be in a better position for when they head over toward the A site. The AUG still in play for Naf, but Elige removed. Brolan has his weapon picked up. That certainly aids the op. And Crims now with a deagle. It's the AUG players pushing of all the weapons you would push with. It's supposed to aid with distance. But both of them gone and picked up. This is an interesting proposition now. 3 guns versus 5 players, including Twist and Exist on Fnatic. Bomb to be planted as well by Crims and Brolan. Damn, this is poor from Liquid, I'm afraid.
All down to that AWP. The initial pick Should have maybe been a little bit more cautious on the Liquid side. They give up that frag and all hell breaks loose. They boost up in the window, get an AUG as well. Heading towards B, that's where Taco plays. He gets nothing done at all. There's barely any damage inflicted. And that's an eco victory for Fnatic. That's actually quite something, as Nitro and Twist have no choice but to hold on to the AKs now. You can see the players with nothing. That's going to be Exist. Actually, the only one. They came into this round with 1 AWP and Glocks and Deagles. They're going to leave it with 2 AUGs, an AK, the AWP. Will Exist get anything? Don't think there's anything else for him to pick up. So he'll just finish with Glock, but that's fine. He'll survive. And they are right back in this now after a couple of successful rounds from Liquid. We thought that was them waking up and running away with this. They are the favored team in this particular matchup, but can't seem to really sink their teeth into this first half just yet. But there's the AWP for the first time. It's actually in the hands of Taco. Uses it like a turret on the B side of the map. Just goes to that 1 kill. Not going to be going for multiple kills. Just wants to find the initial pick, fall back, hold a more defensive line, and just delay them.
So GW still holds. Down AWP, staring at connector. Exist. Ooh, that gap just got by it. I don't think Elise might have been able to spot it, but he gets just inside. They'll put a new smoke out. They're going to get window from this. They crossed over at the exact second when no one was looking down there, so this could work out very well for Simon. Even Naf missed the boost. So this is one of those interesting timing plays. Naf might be actually inquiring on it now. I think he's aware of the situation. And get it. Twist goes nowhere further. Elise still holding out inside of connector with the AUG. So there's 3 AUGs in the round. 2 of them on the T side.
Yeah, that's quite a sight. Didn't think we'd ever see that, but that flight, superb aim as ever. Great movement as well, making it incredibly difficult to take him down. We'll find his second kill of the round. Attaco presumably nails this one. Walks into his crosshair. Nitro goes down to 5, but looks like another convincing round here for Liquid as they go 6-4. It's up to Fnatic to try and hold on to their weaponry. But they won an eco before, so they should have pretty decent money going forward.
So that said, you're right, they'll have decent money going forward. They also carry over these 2 AUGs again. These 2 AUGs are going to be perpetual at this point. Point in case. And with that, you did say it. 6-4. Liquid will go immediately back on the buy, and this time they'll only have the 1 AUG for Elise. They carry the M4 over for Taco and for Twists. Showing off some style. What a consistent level he's been performing on over the last 6 months to really bring this team where they are. He and Twist, the spiritual leaders in many ways.
Now remember, it was Fnatic that picked Mirage. They've had the best possible start they could get into the game. 2 rounds where no kills were picked up for Liquid. Finance is out of control. They actually got a couple of resets in there as well. But still, you can feel Liquid getting back into this game now. It's a CT-sided map technically, so Fnatic with 6 on the T side right now is excellent. They have another buy in the bag. They've been changing the pace up. They've done some defaults. They've done some execution off the bat. They've done some fast stuff. It's been a good game in that respect. And now Liquid finally, like I said, they need some resources first, a bit of success before they can challenge this mid position. Most teams are smoking towards the top there now instead of just cleanly challenging it like that. But nothing really done, but they have pushed the T's back and ruffled their feathers somewhat.
Crims and work out the apartments. Taco's going to counter that off, slow them down a little bit longer by way of flames. Ooh, JW actually went really deep in those. That was a good amount of damage dealt.
Yeah.
He's the opper. Okay, fair enough. He wants the pick, but a little bit of an overreach. He didn't deal that far into the flames. So quick check from mid for Elise. Doesn't want to go too far beyond the corner of Cat because they certainly know there could be a possibility of the B site being taken from Catwalk, and he wants to be able to transition back to the arches. Those 2 Augs have been saved for, what, like 3 rounds now?
Yeah, they've been alive for a while.
It's Brolin's the one that's benefited. Look at the amount of money he still has. The rest, not so much. So this is a chance for Liquid, certainly. Nade in. No damage. JW did fall back, so that would have been significant if it hit him again. Put him down to sub 30 HP, perhaps. It's Elise to take out Twist, and Twist to take out Taco. That's Simon turning it around, as JW does get Elise immediately after. Sight now opened. So Elise couldn't hold from the catwalk, and great pick from JW. That should be the round in itself, and Crims knows it. He's already hunting. He's already spotted Naf. I think, yeah, Naf's realized it. Knew exactly where he was, and Crims knows he won't get the easy kill he thought he might otherwise get. But being lagged up, Naf thought he could swing out and get the pistol kill, couldn't do it.
Well, just Twist. That B bomb site's a real issue here. Taco goes down with nothing again. And just Twist to hold on to his AK-47. It feels like he can challenge this somewhat. Flash is being delivered in his position. They're going to assume he's fallen back as Brolan does spot him, I believe. Oh, he's actually hitting him. Significant damage done. Twist wants to get out of there, but no dice. He'll be dropped. And Fnatic actually sabotage Liquid once again. If they were to buy here, it'd be incredibly weak. Not really sure it's worth it this one. Might as well take the eco and buy up next round. As JW lights them up with the AWP. Just hits absolutely everything as they cross over. No chance of taking him down. Great shots all around from him. As they'll take a partial buy by the looks of things. Not really much invested into round number 12. Deagles, CZs, and Twist with a smoke.
JW peeking toward A main. They can try and open up the site pretty quickly on this AWP. Certainly need to be promising for them if they run pistols toward it. Team smokes Elige. Smokes like is in hit. Certainly make contact with him. Takes 1 tick of damage from her. I shouldn't say 1 tick, but 1 damage from it. Update while we have time. LDLC are ahead of Energy. This is map 3. It's 10-7.
Wow. That's actually kind of insane. Well then, that could be a huge upset. 3rd map there. But this round would be an upset itself if Liquid can pick it up. Unlikely, but CZ's, Deagles, 5-7s. It's a scary concoction in the right hands.
Crims trying to swing around, spots 1. Great shot to hit Elige. Simon gets back in connector as a result of that because they've already cleared out jungle. He knows exactly how that plays out and expecting further aggression. Crims falls back. Very well read. But look at Russell. He finds 2 Brolan and his counterpart go down as it's just JW holding outside of A main. They're going to put pressure on. My goodness, Russell. Oh, he's got JW. There's a chance for the 5th. Tagged to 7 through the box, but he's got it down with 4 kills to just 1 remaining. And he still has a teammate in Naf. He's looking for the ace as they jump up, and he's got it. Unreal round from Twists.
That's so sick, isn't it? Twist steps up just when they need him as well. It felt like this was falling apart. Another full eco. We said in the right hand, this sort of round could be dangerous. My God, his hands are nothing but magic. It's Twists who gets 5 kills with the Deagle. The first couple were insane. You just think, okay, he gets a couple of kills, not much else to talk about. All of a sudden, all hell breaks loose, and he starts hitting absolutely everything. Look at that. Crims dealt with. JW sent to bed, and Exist knew he was over at that point. He had no time. He couldn't plant. He was just trying to find the kill, but ultimately just fed himself to Twist at the end by jumping up. And that's an unbelievable ace. Really well done.
That saves so much of the half.
Yep, it really
The money
does.
they gained from that, an eco win when Fnatic was literally just looking to roll all over them.
Yep.
Oh, that's so sick.
And you might actually turn up and win the half now. Twist might have to save the game.
Yeah, game defining. Absolutely. That's ridiculous. Elige heads toward the window. It's going to be Simon trying to pull it back. There's still enough money to bring out a 4-spy for Fnatic. They know that despite winning with just pistols, they didn't keep a lot of players up, so therefore they couldn't carry that many guns over. Therefore, reinvestment. They have a chance they can break Liquid yet again.
The Orbs out this time on Twists. He deserves one. After that performance, he can have whatever gun he likes. Mirage holds in CPL. A lot of activity around him as well. Multiple players towards shorts, one in connector as well. This could be problematic. We'll see if Mirage can hold on, but the timings elude him. That gives up another rifle for Fnatic. They had 2 players on pistols here. We'll see if this is enough. Flight. Oh, he's done for. Roland's going to take him down, no problem. But a couple of kills come in response. Still viable now for the Liquid to actually go for this. Twist will get the third. It's Crims and JW. Segregated from each other. Less than 40 seconds on the clock as Twist tries to get information here. JW actually looking to maybe get towards the B side of the map. Great shot from Nitro. How have they pulled this round back? It was looking so good for Fnatic, those early couple of kills. And Crims with no time at this point. He's going to get that frag, no problem. What does he do with this, though? 20 seconds, waiting for the response. This is a big gamble by him. That's cost him 5 seconds, as he now will be spotted from short. Couldn't quite find it, and he's going to be dropped. And that's surely eco for the first time from Fnatic map. That's actually sabotaged everything in their game plan. It looked like they were going to win the half convincingly, like maybe like a 10-5. But now 7-6 come through. They have an eco, and that's taken the wind right out of their sails.
Yeah, absolutely. Fnatic, brilliant start to this game and looking so solid. Crims, by the way, 13 kills. We used to be Mr. Mirage for them. Mr. Mirage. Aggressive stance, actually, surprisingly, from Liquid, considering the other ones with guns. I think it's Naf that went toward Palace. Surely that would make the most sense. He's got the MP9, so he wants to mow them down. Yeah, he's all the way up there. He leaves back to mid. Does find Crims through the smoke. He's going to drop first, leaving the bomb down at the underpass entrance. Nitro at the top of Cat. If he threw out a nade now, even that incendiary to hold off the bomb could do a massive amount of damage, but elects not to. Wants to save it more for when he's sure. Elige, aware of the fact they want the window. Simon's not going to get it. Great shot, JW. Swung it around. That's good teamwork.
He's so sneaky in that position. He's always in the window or the vent somehow behind everyone. I don't think it will yield around victory here, as Nafai's got such a strong position towards the top of middle, but still annoying to play against JW on a map like Mirage. So nimble as he navigates the map. Oh, not bad for Nitro, and it looks like they're going to close the round out at this point. Nitro with 2 to close it out, and like I said, they actually can come back and win the half now. That's unreal to me, considering the absolute horror show they were having in this first half. What were they down? They were down 5-1, really set, and they come back somehow and potentially win the half at this point. They still have to do that, but they have the advantage here. They have the AWP, they have AKs on the CT side, they have all the utility, and there's a Galil for Twist, but the rest of them are okay. They definitely don't have all the nades, but they're sending 5 players towards B with looks things, at least 4 with JW heading towards middle. He does not have the sniper this time, and waiting for the smoke towards the window, didn't get one.
Nade goes in. Broland's tagged up slightly. He still wants to get the angle. Tries to elevate himself just slightly to see toward the van. Smoke. Look at the amount of nades going over. Fireworks display. Good jump in from Broland. Good flash from Fnatic. He takes down Taco. And he's going to get aggressive as well to try and hold Nitro off as he swaps back over to the AK. And nades inside of the sights. Bomb should be planted. It's Crims to do so. Fnatic certainly taking charge of the B site. And this is the last round of the first half. Bomb planted. Elige already on the flank, though. No one's up top to really deny this, so he can potentially get an angle.
They're not really aware of it either. They are taking a bit of a gamble now, starting to think about it, but it's going to be a little bit too late. It's going to be the 4 versus 2. Still a fighting chance here. Twist and Crims, incredibly good fraggers, but they're falling apart now. It's only the bomb that's the only thing working in their favor. But Elige, how perfectly timed was that? Comes in, catches one in the back. They're not even looking at him. 4 players survive, and indeed, after a shocking start to the half, it's Team Liquid bouncing back and finding the 8-7. This is Fnatic's pick, and they're going to have to pull their socks up after this break.
Well, if you like to get weird, so do I. We're getting weird right now with Liquid and Fnatic. And the king of weird, Henry G, is alongside me. It's 8-7 for Team Liquid. After one of the best aces in this tournament, there's been a few 1v5s, but that one was pretty sick with the Deagle. It wasn't exactly the same statistic, but still a good ace.
Yeah, it's the impact of it as well. The fact they came into that round with nothing and they left with everything is pretty unbelievable. The half looked like it was in complete disarray for Liquid. All of a sudden, Twists turns it on his head, and there we go. He only has 7 kills after that half, Matt. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the other guy. It's 12 for Twist.
I was going to say, 5 in one round.
I was doing so well.
Got him.
It was the Swedish Twist
Simon
that has
had
7. Okay, that makes more sense. I was about to say, that doesn't sound right. Anyway, we'll get into the second half. Crowds on their feet, as you can hear, and we'll see whether this play from Fnatic towards middle will be enough. It's going to be Naf who will be duking it out against JW, who holds the window. They've got a couple of smokes, 3 flashbangs as well. Decoys available to them. It's Nafly with the P250 armor combo, though. Always very powerful. As now, Elige will join Nitro in the apartments. They have not committed to anything just yet. The bomb's still down in T-spawn, like legit in spawn. So it's unlikely we see anything come out too quickly here. Nafly's still going heads up with JW, but no real damage inflicted. I guess JW does go down to 45 now. That's quite significant. Naf is still 100, so JW can't really justify that fight anymore. They still have their smokes, they still have their flashbangs, and Naf more than willing to continue the fight in mid.
Smoke comes down at the jungle position. Brolan unable to connect any headshots as they enter in. Elige, he'll work around the back of the boxes. Brolan's gonna absolutely destroy Elige when the time is right. And he might get Nitro. Nitro jumping awkwardly, trying to avoid the flash that his teammate was throwing, but it was too late for him at that point. So 4 on 3 in favor of Fnatic. Twist will take down JW, but Crims has Taco. Exist has Naf. It's just Russell remaining, and Exist is going to find him. It's now 8-8. The hateful 8.
Managed to get another pistol here. That's both of them. Remember, they kicked off the game 5-1 up. Will they be able to replicate that here? I'm not so sure. There is a choice from Liquid to buy up in this round if they wanted to. They could drop a couple of AKs and have 2 very powerful players along with some pistols, or they could wait for the next round and do their best with the rifles. Looks like they'll take that option. There's some upgraded pistols here. The players have got kills.
Well, it's all quiet for Liquid this round. They do go for a Tech 9. Seeing it a bit more. In fact, Elige has one as well. Is it... Well, I'll come back. They're in the site, so there's a chance they can get a bomb planted on this, which is the goal. Nitro's going to try and lay it down now. Is it weird that a gun that was so dominant for so long, I almost am happy to see after how powerful the season 75 was?
Too. It's like, it's nice to see it's still relevant. It's not completely dropped off. It's actually still within the game. It's not, I think on day 1 it was purchased like 20 times or something, so it's still there. And this is actually much further than I thought Liquid would get in this round. They've got the bomb down here. This isn't over just yet. It will be a Fnatic victory, but look for things as JW just absolutely decimates everyone. Oh, Twists! That was pretty spectacular. They'll get the defuse, no problem. But still, problematic scenes there. It's Crims defusing without the kit, but he's got it. It's not an issue. It will be Fnatic taking the lead now, 9-8. Liquid, though, fully equipped to even bring out the AWP on Nitro if they want to. I don't think they will on the first gun round, but time will tell. Definitely an option for them. And indeed, did Nitro pick up the AK? So, Elige with the only scoped weapon, he'll have the Krieg. But anyone's game now. Fnatic, they know if they can pick this one up, there is a chance they can do it. Inferno is actually one of the few maps we've seen this new Fnatic squad play a lot, so win Mirage, there is a chance of a 2-0 there, but if they give it up, it feels like Liquid will probably find the victory here eventually. Mirage, I think, is where this is decided. They've had both pistol victories, a fantastic start in the first half. couldn't ask for more in that respect as Liquid commits to the push towards B.
Twist. Molotov goes in.
Might as well save right now.
Yeah, can't find the shot on that angle. There's no chance he's going to. So this is going to be Liquid pulling it back to 9-9. So only the 2-round spread. That sounds so weird. 2-round spread, not the 3-round spread. For Fnatic, but you're right. Save the weapons. It's going to give them a chance to battle for double digits first next. Oh, we've got the little bomb glitch, do we? The green bomb? That's not the real bomb.
It's not the real one?
You're not my real dad.
Well, there's Fnatic holding on to the 4 rifles. It's a nice, wise and informed decision, I would say, considering they lost Twist so early on. Why not do that from Liquid? You got all the AKs out, surprise attack towards B. Nitro right down the back of the bomb site. And if they get the bomb down that quickly and you haven't done any damage, you might as well save. It's similar to Inferno in that regard. You get nothing done and they've got everything under their control and they still have lots of utility. You're just not going to break them down. So Liquid will win the round, but didn't really do much financial damage towards Fnatic there. But still, they are on breaking point if they were to give this round up. Not the same story for Liquid. They've got one in the bag. But the battle continues here in the second half. It's currently 2-1 overall in the second, but 9-9, as you said. Twist tries to beat the Flames once again. Will deliver some of his own. Both doing a little bit of damage towards each other.
Now it's going to hang out beyond the reach of A's sights up on the ledge. Simon will wait it out at B and could be going up against the other Twists. Taco's there as well, so actually he has the first angle, really, if Twist wants to move too far off this platform. Looks like B certainly the way. Mid-split, perhaps. Smokes, yeah, plenty. They can certainly cover off window. They can cover off connector. They're going to have to be a little bit aware of JW, but he seems to think that he needs to back away and stay conservative. Oh, no smoke. This is going to be a bloodbath. Smoke lands now. Okay, good enough. JW's on the rotation early. Twist stuck in the corner. He's going to reach him. He's got to get away from it. And Taco burns him alive. Exist. Can't do anything. Nitro's already on catwalk. Here's JW's rotation. He's already lost 2 in the site. Sees 1, but snaps back to Taco instead. Okay, fair enough, as Taco weird, gets him down.
That was peculiar. JW trying to use the sixth sense there to preempt the terrorist peeking in, but could get no damage done. That's another save position. And this is where they probably have to save these 2 weapons. They'll have nothing going forward as Nafly waits patiently. That is very disciplined. I have to say, he's going to catch the final plan. No problem at all. Brolan presents himself through the vent. And just 1 going down for Liquid. They'll take the lead now, 10-9. Has to be the eco on the CT side. I say that, let me just have a look. 4,200 exists. They can do a partial buy, but that's probably it. They can't really justify rifles unless they want to throw the game away completely. They've already bought that Deagle, so you would think that's it. Couple of HEs, no one else really investing, looking to have a strong buy going forward, but Liquid...
I've got news.
No, don't say it.
Energy's out.
To LDLC.
LDLC.
Pretty map affair, they did it.
Wow.
That is actually kind of sick. Well done to them. Remember I casted them online a few weeks ago. I was like, this team actually has legs to it. This is the best looking LDLC I've ever seen. Just needed a bit more firepower and then it seems to be working.
I'm going to Devo Duvek, man. Sean Gares must be smiling somewhere right now.
I'm sure.
That's not the real bomb. Prius, come on, man. Do your job and fix it. I know you're an informant trying to troll chat, but I'm on to you. Nitro goes in, Brolan. He's going to go down. Crims as well, as he roasts inside a sandwich. No chance he was getting out of that one alive. Tried to just fight inside the flames. Exist does get a liege down. But it's Simon Twist still up to play for Fnatic in a 1 versus 4. They finally do plant the bomb, the red one, not the green one. It's not Christmas yet. It's going to be bloody close, you know. Time flies.
Yeah, 2018 just disappeared, hasn't it? All we've done is talk Counter-Strike the entire time. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Nothing's going to change, baby.
Forever.
BFFs, bro.
Double orb set up on the CT side. Twist and JW trying to respond to what Team Liquid are presenting here. They've got 3 rounds in a row. Remember, they lost both pistols and still looking like they're going to run away with the second half. But JW and Twist can shut it down. That's quite a formidable duo, I have to say. Twist will be holding towards B with Exist. Objectively speaking, you have to say that's the weaker side of the map in terms of the talent available. Chrome's waiting for any sort of opportunity to find that first kill from the connector. Taco doing the exact same thing, top and middle. Bit of a stalemate overall. No one really progressing on the map, just waiting for either team to display their first move. Bomb will still be down. No AWP on the T side, up against a double AWP setup. Suggests they'll either be surprised this round or let it slip by, or go for a full execution and overrun the snipers and make them redundant. We'll see what happens as we come up to the 1 minute mark. Bomb has been recovered from spawn, starting to head towards the underpass and mid area. Suggests an A-split's coming in with Twist position in the palace. Exist currently holding from short, looking at the underpass. It's a compromised position if JW misses. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If JW hangs him out to dry, then he's just dead for nothing. And they're going to lose the second as well. This is an awful little setup from Fnatic. They didn't have each other covered at all.
I know you're not observing Priest, that's why it's so much better. Twists takes down Broland. Broland did get Taco immediately beforehand, but it's Simon Twist to take out Nitro from catwalk through a fading smoke. It's Liquid that still has the advantage, trying to get the bomb down in the A site. They don't really have cover to do it. In fact, the bomb carrier was trying to find an angle, and in doing so, gave JW time to get to CT spawn.
10 seconds.
I don't think they're going to win this one. JW's got NAF. There's no way they can. Oh, I said it, and then it was actually Swedish Twist to give Twist a haircut.
Well, there it is. Team Liquid, plenty of cash. The Fnatic get through by the skin of their teeth there. Only one player survived. They obviously saved the orb with Twist getting that final kill. But there's so much money on Team Liquid here. That had to be a clean round for Fnatic. They just don't really have the finances to go toe-to-toe here. They're the ones calling the timeout. They're on the back foot even after winning a round. They certainly won't have a double orb set up again. That was looking so good for Liquid as well. They ran away with that. They caught up that interesting setup from Exist and Crims towards middle, but it's the orbs to save the day. JW especially hits absolutely everything. Twist to follow it up. And you can see Nafly's not happy about it, trying to hold his nerve. They knew they should have had that one, but to be fair, JW just hit some unreal shots. Not that they did anything particularly wrong. It was just a frantic moment at the time running out. There's Broland, new signing. Super young player. Can learn so much from these experienced names of Fnatic. He's looking to be molded into the next star of CSGO. I'm sure that could even happen by next year. Got the talents already, just needs to get some more experience under his belt. And you can see this is the adjustment. Got MP9s and scouts after winning a round. Goes to show you where they're at right now. Lose this one, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, but they could actually push here and catch them with their nades out. This is actually looking quite good for Fnatic. I dare say they got this.
Broland holding it out. Apparently not. Russell's got it, but so much damage dealt that JW's nade collects. There's still a chance for it. Broland backs off. Taco gave himself up. I thought he was going to find Exist, the AK. Surely you would have expected if it even landed 2 bullets would have been enough, but it's Nitro to finally get something back. That's quite a spectacular view. Just watch your teammate die in front of you and send the bomb inside of the site. Pretty unfortunate for Liege, who now has to walk out, and Broland, great angle.
Yeah, you could see it. That was the perfect call from Fnatic. Play up close and personal, play in front of their smokes, and luckily, it's Liquid going for that set piece. They had no intel, they had no pincer. It was just a straight up execution, focusing on the Palace and A ramp, and they get punished for it, but NAF can pull this back. 2-on-1. One of the players has the AWP. He's sure there's a flank coming in. That isn't the case. It exists towards Palace, and JW, you can see exactly where he is. That's a big round for them to pick up. They haven't broken Liquid down yet, but at least they live to fight another day. Reset potential is still absolutely there. First map of this best of 3. We're all tied up at 11-11. It will be Liquid with the timeout here. As we continue. See, now for the end, showing signs of frustration. Liquid Getting some advice from Zeus right now, one of the most decorated coaches of all time. Brought in to help the guys out with the psychological side of the game, the tactical side, and generally just look after them.
So many trades back and forth between NIP in the last year and a half. That was something that never happened. We used to talk about how NIP was always on the outside of these Swedish shuffles. How they stuck to their core for so long that Godsent came around. You had other Swedish players that were up and coming. That Epsilon, for example, brought Rez out of the woodwork that started moving in and out with Fnatic, and we now see such a change in this round as well, because we now sit 4 on 3. Elige down to 10 HP, but they've opened up the site. Elige doesn't have to peek again. He has a smoke if he can get an angle to throw that toward jungle. It would be well served and well suited. Flashes will thwart JW's ability to peek. They don't have anything out towards CT, though. Desperate jump with the bomb. Had to get it inside of the site. They'll plant safely. Twist is aware of it, tries to get back up to find better positioning. I can see the bomb. Can see into the 4 players in the post plant. That was actually well done from Liquid, considering how much vastness in the site there was that wasn't really covered off. They got that bomb down and stayed alive, but Nitro, looking for information, goes a little bit too far. Not too far when you consider he gives information to NAF. 2 kills for him, and JW's on the run.
Money is absolutely wrecked here, Matt. So Liquid have done it. Luckily, there's such a reservoir of cash. They were able to keep force buying into this and hopefully break them down eventually. That's what they've done, and Taco knows he has to take down JW here. JW being alive is actually a massive problem. They're going to force buy around this, and the fact they have an AWP, of course they can still win it. A map like Mirage, where he can just go anywhere at the start, and Liquid will be worried and trying to hunt him out. It could all fall apart as Naflight will continue to find kill after kill on the A side. They will buy up scouts, pistols, and I wouldn't be surprised they took a timeout here either. Not going to do it.
Keep in mind the French phenoms that are LDLC will play the unfortunate team who succumbs to their injuries in this affair.
Yes.
So, with that, Nitro pushing through aggressively as well. No flash on that. Second smoke deep enough that it will cut them off, nearly, and does overlook Simon inside of the ladder. He looked above his head. JW, therefore, gets Russell down. I'm trying to keep the names clear for you all. But an AK picked up for Existing. He's got a kill here. Taco thinks this is all clear. Ooh, I always hesitate when I see that many misses because these guys are fast enough to react. We see it all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Well, this is still winnable for Liquid, but still so sloppy on their initial approach. Didn't have to go that quick, and JW is still there with the AWP, but he gives himself up. That's massive. Exist hits a really nice shot there towards the lead. Nafla again, 2 versus 1. That was another force by situation. He's just planting in the open. This is brave. Exist surely going to take him down here. Doesn't get the angle quite right. All the shots, and he'll get punished for it. They knew JW was towards jungle. They don't peek it. He assumes he's gone towards spawn, I assume, but oh dear, Liquid just going way too fast. Didn't want to work out where the AWP was and go for the default. Just tried to rush towards B with the split there quickly. I'm not sure where JW got the first kill from that allowed them to get a 5-on-3 lead. But still, 12-12. And it will be another buy for Liquid here. It's just every time JW saves that AWP, you know they're going to win the round. It seems like Liquid just don't want to take their time against it. They want to try and stick together as a 5-man unit, and that's where there'll be gaps and some flaws. Another full investment from Fnatic, though. Whoever wins this round at 12-12 will send their opponent to pretty much double eco territory. JW's been so strong on Mirage so far. Legend of the game just delivers about 60 damage there as well, top and middle.
So Crim's at the ladder. It's interesting to point out that positioning from him because remember 2015, he was the king of connector.
That's true.
He was unreal in that spot. Frybird was the king of banana.
Yeah.
Crims was the king of connector.
Well, for now, he's in the ladder room. As Nitro hopes to take him down. He'll do so successfully. Crim's dropped. And now, they've got the opening pick. Remember, there's so much on the line in round number 25. Especially for Team Liquid. They can do this against CT forces who will have to take a double eco on this, or one force buy, then an eco. They'll be 13-12 up, presumably 14 with that eco, and then they might be able to close it out from this alone. But they have to find all 5 kills and get a clean round. They've got the initial pick. Crims goes down, flashbangs in. That's a fake towards A, and it hasn't worked at all. They're going in B. I feel like Fnatic have done enough. It's a great setup. JW again helping himself to frags. Liquid are flailing as they get taken down one by one. It's one of the least compelling fakes you'll ever see. Didn't sell anything at all. There's just a couple of smokes and Nafly throwing some flashes, and they run towards B. No one had moved. Everyone on in position, and that's going to be Fnatic with a huge lead now.
Yep, significant lead. Because despite that at 12-11 in favor of Liquid, they'd broken the economy of Fnatic. They've fallen off ever since, and this could be map 1 going their way. Now, you did say it was Fnatic's map choice. It's a long series. These guys could absolutely go 3 maps. It was something we kind of all discussed in the green room before this game began. We talked about the possibilities and outcomes. But Liquid have Inferno coming up next, and we know that they've been very prominent on that map as well. JW takes out Naf. That's the only weapon that they had. Liege gets the gun back, but Crims takes out Taco.
This is Fnatic now in touching distance of the victory. Their map pick, and you can see why. The newly formed squad coming together now and actually finding some decent success. There's a long way to go in this best of 3, but they could actually have a real decent chance of finding the victory here. Twist with the AK, not for long though. Exist will take care of him, and Nitro gives the position up. Burst fire. The last ditch attempt to find anything there is going to be 14-12 now. There is a buy for Liquid, but not a fantastic one. Nafly at 3,400. The rest of them hovering around 4.3k.
So, what's the call going to be on that? I mean, like you say, the obvious timeout here, there has to be. GW gets toward an op. Liege goes Krieg. But Naf doesn't have a lot to work with. Is there already a gun drop for Naf? No, not based on the math. So it's going to be Galil and armor and 1 smoke. Get the bomb down at A. We've seen that their execution on A has been pretty effective. Incendiary, slow down any chance. Wow, okay, showed on any chance at all for aggression. Naf's being a little bit clever. He knows that if they're Molotov that and double nade it, they're not going to expect anyone up close, and tries to play that angle to catch them off, but Crims is ready for that. They did take back where they had already cleared, and it did not work. JW Incendiary as well. This would be map point for Fnatic, and Crims finds a Liege. 2 kills to start it off.
They've got match point, but it looks a single map point, I should say. Those are 2 great assertive kills from Crims. Really duking it out with Naf and a Liege there as well. Not easy to take those 2 down. And Angel's aggressive play, not allowing them to set up for any sort of default here. And he's hungry for more as well. He's still got 78 HP. Oh, just sneaking past the sandwich position. They're actually still in the corner. Does he get another? Not quite. Maybe hunting a little bit too aggressively there. Taco, great shot though, takes him down. And finally, they might have something to say in this round. Very patient stuff from Taco as his teammates get towards Connector as well. That's normally Crims' stomping ground, so they can safely make their way in towards that position. Brodan hiding on the bomb site. He will be joined by JW in the jungle position, but it's all about Brodan right now. He has to hold and deny the plant. That's his objective.
Good burn. Twist gets JW. That certainly helps the cause. Gets it back to a 3-on-3. Firebox position for Brolin. I think they've cleared it. They definitely do because they sprayed it twice. Utility as well. He can pop out. And with Exist already getting one on the backside of the smoke, unlikely this ever goes Liquid's way because Brolan arrives. And so does Simon.
That's excellent from Brodan. Just the fact he's holding that position for so long as well It just means absolutely everything there. Twist set them up for the round. He gets 2 epic kills to kick things off. But just the discipline there, the patience from Broland displayed as he waits for his opportunity to guarantee the round. Not a massive amount of frags, just gets the 1. But him just waiting there, the fact they spammed it like you said, he knew he was in business then. As soon as they don't check it, he's won the round. And now it's going to be 15-12. Fnatic with 3 map points to deal with as Liquid will buy up with whatever they can. We'll have a look. As CZs, Deagles, UMPs, 1 AK so far, leads with $3,000, choosing his investment into the round. He could go for Gillo Armor. He could go for UMP with utility. He's gone for Tech 9 and a helmet and all the nades required. So to me, that suggests a set piece here, but Liquid. To be fair, Matt, remember they lost both pistols here. They had a 5-on deficit to kick things off. Like, it's not that they've played super bad here. It's just like it's been a real rough game to get back into. Yep. And they lost that Eco out of JW with the AWP. Like, there's been some stellar plays from him. So Fnatic have worked hard for this.
JW up. You said it. Now he's showing it again. Catches 1 rushing toward Catwalk. Bit of a revelation in that as he goes back out and finds Elise, as well as the fact that they are going to be rushing B. And that puts Exist at the ready. It's Crims inside of the site as well. Twists with the only kill so far, but he gets cut off once more by Twist, and he closes out on NAF. 16-12. It's Fnatic that take map 1.
Who would have thought Mirage going in favor of the underdogs? It was their pick, and you can see this team getting stronger and stronger with each map played. Some great discipline play as well. Brolam playing years above his experience. Great to see. And we're going to throw it to a break, Matthew, and be back with Inferno.